Bruce sees all.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Bruce Sees All research channel. My name is Bruce Swartz. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. And on this website, you have exclusive captures that are only seen here and that were only found here with my researching to be able to show you in depth so many events of lights, UFOs, UAPs, explosions, and everything occurring on the moon. Always updating the footage, always looking at the footage. I'm not going to throw this away because I got it a year ago. Obviously, this is something that's very important that has to come out. You can see these UFOs arriving, lighting up the edge of the moon. And these, a bit further, I'll show you more in detail. This is the biggest secret in the entire world, are all these hundreds of objects propelling themselves through the lunar atmosphere. Do you know how long it took me to be able to slow this down and to show you a light taking off? So it's not just lights we're looking at. Oh, lights on the moon, you say? No, it's something that's never been seen before. And it's illuminating the surface. It's taking off from the surface. It's a massive power source and energy source, whatever it may be, nuclear, electric, spiritual, we have no idea. And it's also something that's never been spoken about before, not with astronauts, nothing. You know, aside from the few astronauts that say, well, yeah, I saw lights on the moon. Yeah, they were sitting on the edge of the crater, really fucking big. Well, okay, but that's not impressing me. This is impressing me. Being able to see UFOs and film them and then go back and be able to capture them again. This one disappearing, leaving a puff of smoke. How long do you think that took me? I'll show you another one, the same shape, further in the video, where you're seeing it, the line's connected to the surface, right? You can see there's a line there. It came up from the surface, some beam of light, and then poof, disappears. So unless there's a HARP or something going on the moon, I don't know what else to say. But I have hundreds, if not thousands now, of captures, and they're not spoken about. And a very small, limited group of people were able to see these videos. Why do you think I'm not able to break out to other people? Because the control of our speech and everything, the suppression is real. They're not doing that physically. This is done with artificial intelligent computers and programs and applications. Most likely, probably DARPA is working on, and because they are working on some of those projects, I'm not making it up. There are some structures right there. What is that? A campground where all these tents are side by side. So you could see that and not know what it is, but you know it's constructed. It's definitely not formed naturally. It could be an energy source. There are many energy sources on the moon. Aside from the energy sources, further away, now we back out a little bit, and we don't just see them on the surface, the explosion. We can also see the UFOs flying around in the atmosphere of the moon. And the reason why I say in the atmosphere of the moon is because I'm zoomed in and pressed up really close to the moon. Obviously, there are UFOs and UAP lights that can be seen between Earth and between the moon, but these are not them. Those are extremely close to the surface, like any plane that would fly 20, 30,000 kilometers, feet, sorry, not kilometers. You know, that's what planes, commercial jets and all that, it's like 30, 40,000 feet. Well, these objects are probably that high up off of the surface of the moon. And when you look at them, you can see that the lights are going across the screen. So it's not a pixel on my telescope. It's not the telescope that's moving, and causing the line. It's easy. Put your finger on that dot. Put your finger on the screen on that dot right now. And if it leaves your finger, it's because it's moving. But you'll notice a lot of videos, you can see that it's moving with the telescope. Obviously, for whatever the reason, someone would want to put a smudge on his telescope thinking that he's going to pass it off as a UFO and get away with it. I highly doubt that is possible. I'm trying to tell the entire world, professional to amateur, that I know the secret of how the UFOs are hiding on the moon. I also know there are UFOs on the moon. They're hiding in the light, and there's smoke on the surface where they take off. Watch them appear in the center. See the movement of lights? Watch this. Here's several of them taking off. But aside from the ones taking off, look under the hazes. Hundreds of different captures of these UFOs, UAPs. As a matter of fact, these might not even be UFOs. I don't think anyone knows what those are, including me. Look here in the center. Keep watching. Where are the lights appearing? Right there, I'm proving it. What do you think a large space channel would do with this footage? Get millions of views? Bring people here by the millions, obviously. How long did it take me, do you think, to see this UFO disappear and show smoke? How close do you think I have to be? How slowed down do you think I had to be able to show that? But there's another reason why the governments, for sure, agents, YouTube, everyone's holding people away from this channel, because I caught smoke, a propulsion coming from some objects flying through the moon's atmosphere, and I assure you that's pressed up on the surface. Never before seen. Have you ever seen a UFO with smoke coming out the back? These are unique, exclusive captures that I have here on the channel, and that's why the channel remains secretive. But I thank you all for stopping by. A question somebody asked me, Bruce, have you ever seen triangles or pyramids on the moon? Whatever you want to call these, yes. What do you think of that? Let's zoom in a little closer, just enough for us to understand that everyone here looking at the video sees that I'm showing you an isosceles triangle, perfectly shaped. It could be coincidence. No, it isn't. That's impossible. Look at the other one on the right bottom side of it. Did you see it? I'll do even better than that. I'm going to convert the image. Looks hard to see, eh? Well, not for me. It's going to show you something very apparent. Do you already see the triangles? One over top. Now watch the one on the bottom, the point. I'll get a circle up on it. Two isosceles triangle side by side on the moon. What do you think of that? Are they pyramids? Are they triangles? They're built. A simple converted image of the surface of the moon. Let's see that again. The other triangle there. That's proof in itself. Has anyone ever showed you a triangle in the Southern Highlands? This one in particularly? Well, the moon's closest it's been in 1,000 years, and won't be like that again until 2368. And unfortunately, it's cloudy outside. But I got a lot of moon footage. Carl Wolf, ready to testify in front of Congress many years ago, said there were mushroom-shaped buildings and construction on the moon. We have all the proof, and all the proof coincides with what some of these people were saying. But aside from just a mushroom-shaped object, there's construction all around the craters and many lines leaving the craters. Did you know there was an object the exact same shape as a supposed Apollo 20 spaceship that was found on the moon, on the dark side? This is me filming on Earth side. Let's see that one more time. We'll slowly pan by it. It's hard to see. It's on the very edge of the moon. And we can see it, of course, because of the Terminator line showing us some of the shadows. And you can see this massive, long object with a nose pointing up in the air. Let's do a comparison. On the left is the supposed Apollo 20 ship on the dark side. And on the right, it's the object I filmed that you can see there. We'll see that again. And at the same time, let me bring up the theory that imagine if a space back in the days, and not days, like hundreds of millions of years ago, that space was an ocean or a water-like substance, element, state, different states of water maybe, that they're traveling through. And then as the water's going down, or the big change or in temperature in the universe, and all the planets kept the water, as the water started receding, going downwards, like we're inside of some type of ocean. I know it sounds a little crazy, but for me it doesn't sound crazy at all. When someone says he's not crazy and then laughs like a crazy person. Thanks, everyone. Everyone, thanks for the generous contributions, and thanks for watching the videos.
Aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.